Hey guys, Dan Blewett here, and I want to give another mental training tip for baseball, and this one's pertaining to the fight or flight response. So we all know this, obviously, like if you were out in the woods and a bear walks by and looks at you and you both see each other, you get like this big fear response, right? And if that bear charges at you, and let's say just hypothetically, like there's nowhere for you to go, like it's gonna happen, you at that point we probably all know like this is gonna happen, so I've got to just try my best to fight here, right? You can't just curl up into a little ball and just die. I mean, I guess you could, but we all pretty much know we have no other option and we have to fight for whatever it is, our life or our team. Then we have to just like muster some aggressiveness and some fight, right? And at that point you have to like psych and trick your body to like punch that bear in the face or whatever you do to bears. So my point here is when you're out on the mound or you're up at the plate and you feel that fight or flight response, and I felt it so many different times throughout my playing days, where you're like, oh God, it's bases loaded, and the tying runs on second base and it's a 2-0 count. You're just like, oh God, like this is not going to be good, and you're afraid to throw that next pitch over the plate, but you know for a fact that if you don't throw it with conviction, it's just going to be a mess, right? Or just no matter how you throw it, he might pump it in the gap and the game might be over. So you have to, at that point, knowing the best version of yourself is probably the aggressive, attacking version, not this like scared, I'm going to try to like not hit your bat version. You've got to just muster aggressiveness, right? And so one of the ways I would do this, because again, I felt this, I had seasons where I was very in control and aggressive for most of the year, and I've had other seasons where I fell apart and I was terrible. Check out my podcast, episode 13 of Dear Baseball Gods podcast. That has a very long detail of my mental training. I highly recommend you listening to it. But basically what I would do is you're trying to like find that aggressive face, or like animals, they puff out, right? They like make themselves look bigger. And what I would do to try to like be like, no, Dan, you're going to fight. You're going to throw this pitch hard. Like you can't back off. You know that's not good for you. I would just sort of like lower my eyes like this, and I would pull a really hard breath in my nose. And I kind of I can make like an ultra frown personally. Like me and my sister, we have this special mouth where we can like make frowns. But I would just like have this kind of like bulldog where I'd put my lips together. I'd make sort of like bug my eyes out, and I would just like pull air hard through my nose, like a really angry breath. That's kind of how I describe it, just like a really angry breath. And it would help. It would just like make me just like feel kind of intense and like kind of angry. And you can see it in pitchers' eyes as a hitter. Like you can see when they're like really coming after you, and like they have that like killer instinct. And sometimes I didn't have it, but I knew that I needed it, and it was kind of just like, like taking that shot, like, or just like Popeye throwing a can of spinach back, trying to just like get yourself in the right mindset, because we have to do this right now. We can't throw this next pitch like a pansy. We have to be aggressive and go after this guy and have conviction. So whatever it is, it could be a lot of different things, but you got to find some way. It could be you making a fist between pitches. I've done that at times too. It could be like a little like smack to your leg, to your thigh, like let's go, like whatever it is. You've got to find something sometimes to remind yourself, to snap out of it. Like, dude, we can't do this if you're scared. Like, snap out of it, we're going to go. Because there's always that part of your brain that's monitoring you and knows what's good for you and what's bad for you and what mindset you need to attack. So find your thing. That was my thing. I'd pull a hard, angry breath up my nose. I'd give them the beady eyes, and that just like helped me get into it. But again, like I've done lots of different stuff, and it's going to be unique to you. So think about what mental or what physical cue can you give yourself to snap yourself into the right, aggressive, confident, convicted mindset when you need to make a big pitch, or when you're at the plate and you need to have a good at bat and you need to like, really battle this pitcher, whatever it is. So think about it. It's really crucial. Your mindset is imperative to you performing your best on the baseball field.